Hi, I'm going to show another quick tutorial video with some of the techniques I use to make some of my backgrounds. In particular, somebody asked me how I do the background on this piece here, which is the background done with a cling film, and the same background is done on here where you can see the bits of glimmer on both pieces. So I'm going to start with that one. So you need a piece of cardstock. You get different effects with different types of cards, so have a play about with this. Watercolour card works particularly well, and you also get different effects with different inks, but for this demonstration I'm going to use some Glimmer Mist. So I've got the Olivine, the Suede and the Delphinium for this one, and basically you randomly spray your inks quite heavily on the piece. You need quite a pool of ink for this technique to work. So your cardstock also needs to be of a fair weight, so it's pretty durable. Okay, and I might just go back in with a bit more of the Delphinium there. And then you would take a piece of cling film. Now I believe this is called something slightly different in the US. Is it Saran wrap? Saran wrap? But I'm sure everybody knows what it is. It's the stuff you use in the kitchen that comes on a roll that clings to itself. And what you need to do is scrunch that up into a ball, then sort of open it out gently. You want to leave some of those creases in there. And you lay it down on top of your inks and sort of scrunch it about a bit until lots of wrinkles form there. And then what you need to do is just leave that to dry naturally. Now it could take a couple of hours for that to dry, but when you have dried it and you lift the cling film, these are some of the effects you're going to get. So the glimmer or the mica that's in your Glimmer Mist will tend to gather where there's been creases in the cling film there. So the colours used on that one were Patina, Suede and Huckleberry. I didn't write the colours down for this one. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly what they are. I think it might have been Lemon Zest, Twilight and Meadow Green, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So you can see the gold glimmer on that one. And this one was Dreamsicle, Perfect Peach and Cinnamon. So again, you can see the effects there. And it makes a really pretty background. I think it does look a lot better once you've stamped onto it. And there's a few ATCs that I've made. These ones they don't use Glimmer Mist, these use Adirondack inks and Sticky Fingers inks. And they also use watercolour paper, so you get a slightly different effect with those. And there's another one. I think these are all from the same sheet of paper that I did. And another one. And there's another one. Where it went darker, I stamped over it with white ink just to line it up a bit. And there's that one. And the last one there. So they're all made with that technique. And the second thing I want to show you, again with Glimmer Mists or any type of liquid spray ink, colour wash, it could be the Adirondacks or anything else. This one is sort of a crinkled background technique, and if you've seen my tag mini book, the background covers, here's the piece that was left over, created in exactly the same way as I'm about to show you. And so that's one piece. There's another example of the finished paper there, which is really, really pretty. And so basically all you need is a piece of copier paper. It needs to be a lightweight paper, and you spray your inks onto here. You do need at least one of your inks to have glimmer or mica in them for this effect. So I'm just using the same three colours that I used before. And Suede. Okay, and it does need to be pulled quite a lot, so if your inks are absorbing, either add some more of your Glimmer Mist or add a little bit of water. Sometimes I add some water before I begin this. Then once you've got your piece of paper, you need to very carefully, and you probably want to do this with gloves on, scrunch it into a ball and create lots of wrinkles there. And then you want to open it out very carefully, because obviously it's very saturated in ink and we don't want it to rip. And then when you open it out, you get this really pretty paper, where again the mica from an ink will gather into the folds of the paper there. I hope that's picking it up, how pretty that is. And you can use it as it is, or you can wait till it's dried and then turn it over and iron the back of it with a craft iron, non-steam iron. I tend to find if you iron it before the inks are dried, too much of your mica is transferred to whatever's underneath, usually another sheet of paper, and the colours do fade a little bit as well. So you can have a play around and see what kind of effect you like with that. And I will just show you very quickly as well. This is a sneak peek at a new mini book that I'm creating, and it's got the cover done on with the same paper, so you can see the paper under there, just about, with all the embellishments on here. And I've actually gone over this with some acrylic paint as well, some crackle paint, but it does make a really pretty sheet of paper for book covers and things. So I hope that's helpful for somebody. I hope you can use it. Do try it out and leave me a comment. Okay, bye.